India, surrounded by enemies or standing tall alone? Some say India is isolated on the global stage, surrounded, pressured, cornered. China in the north, Pakistan in the west, Bangladesh turning cold in the east, and yet India stands, head high, unshaken. Let's talk about the map. To the west, Pakistan, a state obsessed with war, sinking in debt, playing victim while breeding terror. To the north, China, smiling in summits, stabbing in the mountains. Let's not forget Galwan. Let's not forget their silence during Pulwama. China isn't a friend, it's a transaction. It goes where the money flows. They've poured over $62 billion into Pakistan's CPEC, building roads through disputed territory. They call Pakistan ironclad friend, not for love, but for leverage. Bangladesh, once saved by Indian soldiers in 1971, now slowly drifting, influenced by China's pocketbooks. And then there's Turkey, a country India helped during earthquakes, disaster, diplomacy. But today, they parrot Pakistan's line, forgetting who extended the hand. But India doesn't help for favors. India helps because it chooses to lead with values. So, is India alone? Not even close. Russia, old friend. When the world turned its back in 1971, Russia sent its navy to protect us from USA threats. They vetoed for us at the UN, time and time again. India stood with Russia during sanctions, during oil crises, during war. This is not a friendship, it's a brotherhood forged in decades of trust. And through sanctions, oil politics, and global pressure, India stood by Russia, and Russia stood by India. That's more than strategy, that's ideological loyalty. Israel, fiercely loyal, quietly effective. From border security to intelligence, Israel has helped India defend what matters most. No press, no posturing, just action. France, beyond Rafales. After Pathankot, after 26/11, France stood with India, clearly and strongly. The UK, post-Pahalgam attack, their statement was crystal clear. They named the enemy, backed India's right to defend itself, and called it what it was, terrorism. And let's not ignore the quiet warriors, Japan and Australia, India's Quad partners, not just allies in diplomacy, but a front line of unity against Chinese aggression. Vietnam too, small in size, big in grit, standing with India to push back against regional bullying. And the United States, they love to stay neutral until it's time to choose. And when that moment comes, they won't stand with China, they'll stand with India. Because when democracy is tested, even America knows which way to lean. And so no, India is not alone. India is surrounded by enemies, yes, but also by a growing alliance of nations that respect democracy, strength, and sovereignty. India doesn't follow, India leads. And in a world full of shifting alliances and backdoor deals, India's spine is its strongest weapon. Walking alone doesn't mean weakness, it means clarity. India stands where many stumble, not because of who supports it, but because of what it stands for. And that's a truth the world can't ignore anymore.